Misfit Nation.
Before you move on, did you guys see the stat where it was like over 94% of the protests have been peaceful and only like
I think
8%.
that's horseshit.
Yes, I saw that shit.
Horseshit. Why can't the news that's pushing that narrative find a spot that's not burning behind them to do their fucking news story to?
Because it's not salacious.
They did it in their house. That's why that's was able to be put up.
CNN almost got fucked. You remember that? CNN almost got fucked.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well.
And they're trying to say that the cities aren't under siege. They fucking are.
Never going to Portland.
Why would you? All right, so let's get into this guy who. First, I gotta debunk something.
Sure.
One, there's people trying to claim this guy never claimed Antifa.
And never said that that he killed the dude for a Trump supporter.
Well, never claimed that he... Let's do the Antifa thing first, because this guy's definitely a member of Antifa, right? And he even says it in... He says that he's not a member of Antifa in his interview, but I believe that was because he's trying to
cover for
them, because there's something he says before that basically implies, not even implies, it implicates him being a member of Antifa.
It's like, is it like a rhetoric they say or something like
that?
No,
it's something he says that you'll see.
All right.
And I'll point it out if anything. So this is from his this is just a screenshot. I actually verified this. So this is something he wrote on his Instagram.
I got you. If that's as far as you can take it, thank you for your participation.
There we go.
But please stand aside and support the ones that are willing to fight. I am 100% anti-fascist, all the way. I am willing to fight for my brothers and sisters.
No, I'm 100% Antifa.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was the same thing.
No, it is, but they're trying to mix that. That's why I said make sure.
Oh, I got it. 100% Antifa. That's where he says it, right?
Yes. Yeah. That's where I think it's where it came out.
I don't know. Is that the blatant part?
I don't know.
Because I think some people miss this.
I'm willing to fight for my brothers and sisters, even if some of them are too ignorant to realize what Antifa truly stands for. We do not want violence, but we will not run from it either. If the police continue to pick on and beat up innocent citizens that are peacefully voicing their objectives,
and who gives a fuck about the rest? Because it's not there. It's just a screenshot.
Oh, that's just a screenshot. Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Fuck about what this idiot has to say. Well, we'll actually.
Then you got to pull up his interview.
I'm gonna pull up his interview.
Who interviewed this dude?
Vice.
Vice?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fucking propaganda channel now. Well, do you know that the guy
I used to love Vice.
Who created the Proud Boys actually created Vice?
Really?
And they kicked him out.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I used to love Vice. Because they'd go over to countries and they would film shit that's going on over there, and it's like, oh shit, it's eye-opening.
Because what happened was he was becoming he's a big Trump supporter now, and the people at Vice, he had partners and shit, and they
ousted him.
They ousted him and bought him out. Yeah, so he started his own shit. Gavin McInnes, look him up. Good guy. Good guy, good group of people.
Never met a Gavin I liked a day in my life. Gavin.
I don't even know a Gavin.
Tonight.
It was a free-for-all and the police were letting it happen. Had I not acted, I am confident that my friend and I'm sure I would have been killed because I wasn't going to stand there and let something happen.
A protester linked to...
Okay.
He's not in jail?
Well, we'll get to it. He's he's actually dead now.
Is this Aziz Ansari?
Which is wonderful.
Is it? It looks like him.
Well, he did an interview. Basically, he had sort of a shootout from what I gather. He had a shootout with the police, and they ended up killing him. But he did an interview with Vice.
This guy?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He did an interview with Vice, I think the day before or something like that, when he was on the run. And this is the interview.
Okay, so this is the same dude that we spoke about killing the Trump supporter.
Yes, this is him in the video.
Also, he got killed. Oh shit.
He got killed a couple days ago.
Oh, that's
crazy. The police caught up with him because they identified him, and that's why he did this interview while he was on the run.
Yeah, with Vice.
So now he's trying to make a case that what he did was in self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to be fair,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this when we reported on it. The Trump supporter, actually had a gun on him.
Oh wow.
The gun though was holstered
Okay.
the entire time.
Okay.
Like even when he was found, the gun was holstered.
The gun was
still.
holstered, so he didn't touch it.
Well, if you're in the middle of getting shot, like I'm sure if you're running away, you're not holstering your gun.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're probably running away because your gun's not even out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Gotta find cover.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the second thing is he had mace on him.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see him get shot, the first shot,
Mm-hmm.
there's that big cloud of smoke. It's because the bullet hit the mace can. Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Which again is reported that he had it like down or something like it wasn't in a.
So the guy was in no immediate threat. He just shot him.
Yeah, there's no evidence.
The threat was there, but he wasn't threatened.
There's zero evidence,
Mm-hmm.
even on the scene, in the video, all of that,
Mm-hmm.
that this guy was in danger. But he's also making the case that a black friend of his
Mm-hmm.
was in danger at the same time. So also they don't ever mention that he screamed out, "We got a Trump supporter over here," before
Which
he
we
shot.
clearly hear on the video.
100%.
Classy black man. We heard it. We all heard it.
100%, yes.
Mhm.
Or did he say we got a Trump supporter because they were harassing his black friend?
Well, let's hear the
Okay,
argument.
Fulmar.
Donate.
Which, by the way, Vice could suck a dick forever for two reasons.
Uh-huh.
One, look how far I have to go in order to get to his interview.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 minutes and 30 seconds of them disclaimering this whole thing for this guy.
Well, they have to
Really?
have content,
Yes.
man.
Two,
Mm.
the fact that they even go like, "Hey, let's give this guy a chance."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When you know for a fact they would never do that if it was the
Trump
other way
supporter.
around. Yes. So
Yeah.
they're being totally unfair in their.
Well, if they ousted the Trump supporter, I gotta think that Vice is biased. So I could see them doing that. If anybody's gonna do it, it's gonna be Vice.
I had no choice.
Damn.
I mean, I had a choice. I could have sat there and watched him kill a friend of mine of color, but I wasn't going to do that. You know, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. My name's Michael.
Now again, they're trying to put out this
Expose.
this thing of like where the Trump supporters were the antagonists,
Mm.
and now you're calling them antagonists. What they were doing were just driving around the city
With Trump flags.
with Trump flags.
Mm.
Yeah. So I mean,
They have a right to do that.
and they were being assholes, but
They have
they're
a right
being
to do
assholes
that too.
back to the.
If they're not
bigger
causing
assholes.
bodily harm, they have a right to do that.
And also, they're not burning shit down. You know what I mean? So don't stop trying to it's the whole thing, the all violence thing.
Mhm.
Stop trying to put it as if they're equal.
Mhm.
They're not equal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Again, they might be being assholes. They might be going into to fucking fuck with protesters, but that's kind of the thing that you expect when you're protesting
Mhm.
is people are gonna protest back.
Mhm.
That's what happens.
Forrest Raynell, born and raised Portland, Oregon, 48 years old. You know, lots of lawyers suggest that I shouldn't even be saying anything, but I feel it's important that the world at least gets a little bit of what's really going on.
Nigga,
because
wait, I'm
there's
sorry.
a lot of-
Pause it. Why didn't your lawyers tell you to turn yourself in?
I think it's because he knew he was gonna go out in a blaze
In
of
a
glory.
blaze of glory?
Yeah, I think that's why he's doing this interview.
Oh,
he,
he's ready to be a martyr.
he sees himself as a You're gonna hear what he gets to.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, he definitely sees himself as a martyr.
He
Okay.
looks like he was the one harassing a black person.
Didn't he play the bum in Dennis the Menace?
Yo.
Doesn't he play the bull
On
on the
Switchblade
corner
or
of
something?
the-
your food's ready.
He cuts it open with a fucking knife.
Yeah.
The can.
Is it my time to tell y'all too? I didn't watch Dennis the Menace.
Yo, get the fuck out of here.
I'm about to throw this
Yo,
keyboard out.
what is this nigga talking about, bruh? How did you? All right, we're not doing this. Okay, one
Yeah.
I was in the
I
streets.
respect. Yeah, fuck out of here. I was in the streets at 8 years old
I
when
was.
Dennis the Menace came out.
I was.
All right, bruh.
Riding bikes.
Just to shut down a couple comments, I know it was Christopher Lloyd who played the bum. All right, we get it.
Who?
Bring back the comments.
Look. He doesn't know Christopher Lloyd.
When it comes
Failed
back.
bar, just press backspace.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna.
He's getting good. He's getting good.
Mhm.
All right.
Propaganda put out there. What I will say is that I felt that my life and other people around me's lives were in danger. And I felt like I had no choice but to do what I did. I wasn't even aware of what was going on. I was actually out with my son. We were driving through town and we happened to see hundreds of trucks with flags on them. And so I notified my friends of what I'd seen and finished what I was doing with my son, got home, and then received a phone call saying that it might be a good idea to come down there. Security may be needed.
Okay. So right there, I think that implicates him in being part of the organization.
Because somebody from the organization called him and said, "You got to come down here. We need some extra muscle."
We not even extra.
rally
We need
up.
security,
Mhm.
meaning like we're organized.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And so his friends, obviously Antifa.
Mhm. Because who else? The Trump supporters didn't call him for security. So who else needed security?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
And by the way, sorry, I forgot this point too. They have actually video. I'll pull it up while we're playing this. Video like footage or whatever of this guy sort of like following the guy.
Really?
Yeah, like kind of stalking him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
We're gonna play it after that, right?
I gotta find it.
I
yeah.
think we have to play the initial video again, just so we can put some clarity on. Because he's saying that he felt like his lives were threatened. But if that's the case, why are you saying we got a Trump supporter over here, and then you're blasting? So
Yeah.
it's a little. Yeah, I don't know if it's
Now,
correct.
do we match
doesn't
the
sound-
voices now?
Even this too. Nothing in that sounds like any sign of fear.
No, it was bravado.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Good word.
I'm working on my white words.
It's not a white word. That was more of a cracker up word right there.
A cracker op word.
Bravado, it is.
Bravado.
Yeah. That's been written in many of police reports.
A lot of mine.
A lot of your subject showed a lot of bravado, as
bravado.
he entered the building.
Knowing what that would entail, I had no idea what I was going into. I used to really love this country, and I
All right, I'm
respected
going, bro.
the flag.
I don't believe it. Don't believe it.
Anytime a white person says it,
I used to really love this country. Oh, okay.
That's something that people that always have hated this country say to make it sound like
make
they're
it sound-
reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you. Well,
When I
let's hear
used
his
to.
reasons for why he hates it now.
Yeah.
why is he dressed like he's in prison though?
Because he's running from prison.
Scully like Rocky because he's running. Like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He also has AIDS.
He definitely looks like an AIDS patient.
Either that, he's definitely like,
Being on the lam, he's been off his meds for a little bit.
yeah, he's
So-
definitely
the virus isn't controlled anymore.
he's fighting the monkey right now off some crack. He's a crackhead.
His T cell level is falling.
He got the heroin teeth. They're social distancing.
He looks like
And everything that it represents.
every time he's like talking and he pauses, he's about to say, "You guys got any more meth?"
Oh, you got
No.
$1?
I just need
Yeah.
a fix, man. I just need a fix, man. Damn.
I think I'd do this way better if I had another bump.
Oh, I'm sick. I'm,
And they made
I'm
a
sick
Breaking
right
Bad
now.
like 30 years later. He played Jesse.
Jesse, yeah.
Old timer Jesse.
Motherfucker.
Or a young Walt. One or the other.
Young Walt. Oh my God.
Or if they did like in Lost, they do an alternate reality
Mhm.
where Walt lets the cancer take its course. He could play that version of Walt.
But because of all
Or Walt
this,
Jr. actually beats his disability.
I could actually walk now. Motherfuckers. I'm shooting Trump supporters.
You're just a bitch.
No.
Why don't you just fucking die already?
Sorry, it took me a minute to find. I haven't used it in a
It's
while.
okay. It's worth it.
Yeah. It's always worth it.
time I see a big truck, especially with a flag on it, I immediately think that they're out to get me.
Narrative.
Okay, so what he's saying is being a Trump supporter
fearful.
around him
He's fearful
is
of that.
enough to kill.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. He's setting it. Yeah, he's setting that up.
Yeah.
Just by being a Trump supporter, my life is in danger.
An open Trump supporter. Now I feel in fear enough to kill somebody.
Which I told you.
Yeah.
Met an open Trump supporter the other day. Nicest fucking guy in the world.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm taking you to a rally one day, I'm telling you.
There were 600 vehicles. Who knows how many were rolling through downtown? But like I said, when I showed up,
Ah,
I
still
saw more
photos,
of their
not even a
vehicles.
video. That's beautiful. That could have been from anywhere.
Good point. Good
Nah,
point.
that's
Let's
a
play
really good point.
Let's play the game.
Guess what city this is in?
Yeah, right? Let's see if we recognize the structures.
Real citizen vehicles. It felt like the beginning of a war.
For you.
For Antifa.
You saw Trump and was like, "War!" I look like
It was a free-for-all and the police were letting it happen.
Right after it happened, what did you panic? Did you run?
Well, honestly, you know, those are a bit of details I probably don't want to get into, other than just simply saying that, you know, I realized what had happened. I was confident that I did not hit anyone innocent, and I made my exit.
And just to reiterate, you feel that it was totally justified.
Totally justified. Had I not acted, I am confident that my friend and I'm sure I would have been killed, because I wasn't going to stand there and let something happen. What they've done is they're trying to make it look like we're all terrorists, and they're trying to make me look like a murderer. I've noticed that they keep saying,
If he's not Antifa, we're all terrorists.
That's a good point. You're right. He's giving himself up in his words.
In his sub where he's trying to talk.
He's
in
talking
code.
around it, but
Yes.
he's saying it. They're trying to make us. They're not saying, he's not saying me. They're trying to make us, which is a group.
Is a group. You're
So,
claiming a group.
What group are you talking about, sir? If
Right.
it's not Antifa.
Also, I gotta say this because they showed the video footage of the trucks driving through the protesters. Now, if that's what they were doing, just driving through groups of protesters, they, you know, whatever charges or whatever the fuck comes to them, right? Like I'm not with doing that. I don't advocate for doing that. But I don't believe it because I know based on even what he's saying, where if you're driving down the street with a Trump flag on your car, more than likely these fucking people are gonna swarm you.
They were throwing shit at the cars.
Yes, they weren't trying to get out of the way of the car.
They were in the way of the car.
They were trying to block the car.
It's like
Yeah.
And if it was such a big gathering, how he explains, wouldn't you have seen at least one car or truck with a Trump flag in that video?
Yeah, I mean, well, in the video of him killing the guy.
him, yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is the story is that happened after
Okay.
all of the shit went down.
Okay.
And there was like stragglers, basically.
Gotcha.
And they were all stragglers.
If you don't want to get
So,
pissed on, move out the way.
I mean, if you're gonna swarm a car while they're driving down the street, you might get hit.
I'm running
sorry.
you the fuck over, bro.
I'm sorry.
Because I don't know your fucking intentions. There's a video of
Yes.
this black dude. He's driving down the street, and there's like 5 white people who are yelling at him, saying, "That's my car. Get out the car." It's not their car. Dude has this kid with him.
Yeah, we sure. I showed
And he,
that video.
yeah, you showed the
we saw
video.
it, yeah.
And he didn't run him over. I'm like, why the fuck aren't you running them over?
I would have totally been with it. If
10
you had
points.
to get the fuck out
At
and
the
you
end
had
of
your
the
kids
day,
in the
you know
car.
what?
Gassing it. What?
Some people got that stupid conscience in their head. They were like, "Well, insurance is not paying for my car if I
Fuck
fuck it up."
that.
Fuck that. I'm talking about life and limb
You ever
here.
heard the fucking squish sound when you hit somebody in the old GTA, where it's like, yep, doing that to all
And
of
there's
them.
a little tire mark of blood.
Yep,
Yep.
getting streaked.
I'm with it. But plowing into a group of pedestrians, obviously no.
Right.
Yeah. Can we can make the distinction, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
make me look like a murderer.
You are.
I've
dummy.
noticed that they keep saying that
Cold-blooded.
it's not clear that it's related to the protests. That's a lie. They know that it's related to the protests.
Anytime someone drags.
Not to mention the fact
Hold
that
on.
they say that they don't know who it was. That's a lie. Within an hour, Facebook and Twitter and all that have my face and name labeled as the shooter.
Oh, well, what I was saying was he was even admitting that it was tied to the protest.
That it was tied to the
like it
protest.
was a political killing.
Right.
Yeah.
They want to paint a picture of Antifa having major involvement. A lot of people don't understand what Antifa represents. And if you just look at the basic definition of it, it's just anti-fascist. And I am 100% anti-fascist. I'm not.
Okay, so now he's trying to change what his rhetoric was before.
Right.
Where he's trying to go, well, no, it's actually because it means anti-fascist.
And can we agree that nobody in this room likes fascism? Like, we don't advocate for fascism, but they can't just throw fascism on anything.
Well, do you
and make it fascism?
Do you not realize too, killing somebody for their political beliefs
That's fascism.
is fascism? Completely
In its purest form, actually.
as pure as it gets. It is pure fascism.
Is it killing them for their beliefs or they're killing to protect?
Well, he's
that's
trying to
why
spin
it's
it.
that's the spin. I'm doing something for humanity here.
Right. One less Trump supporter
Yeah.
in the world. Like, that's
I'm
so-
not a real
that's
fascist,
stupid
so
as fuck.
so I can use fascist tactics because I'm trustworthy. That's how they see it.
But they want to be the police.
That's what they're saying. Yeah.
Bull hockey.
It's crazy, bro. What a time to be alive.
If you're still alive.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What a time to survive.
Jesus.
Antifa. I'm not a member of anything. Honestly,
There's a really important part at the end that we have to get to, and then we'll wrap this up.
it is just anti-fascist, and I am 100% anti-fascist. I'm not a member of Antifa. I'm not a member of anything. Honestly, I hate to say it, but I see a civil war right around the corner. That shot felt like the beginning of a war.
So he's trying to spark it.
He just sparked it by saying it.
Excuse me. That's fucking nuts, bro.
Well, not even just that he did, because I'm not even gonna give him that much power. He believes in his fucking sick mind that he just started the Civil War and that he one day will be written down in the history books as the guy who died for the first man who died for the Civil War.
The Civil War.
Yeah. The fight against racism, whatever the fuck that means.
He was the guy on the horse that screamed the British was coming.
Yes. Yes.
Gotcha.
He's a hero. Paul Revere.
Yeah.
He's the Paul Revere
He's the
of
Paul Revere of Antifa.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, burn in hell, dickhead.